Hello, Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mighty Morphin Metallic Pink Ranger figure from the Lightning Collection. Now this is a Hasbro Pulse Exclusive that just came out here during December of 2020. This is the 38th and I think final figure to come out during 2020 for the Lightning Collection. So it has definitely been quite a long road of stuff this past year. Now, this was announced at Hasbro PulseCon as a surprise reveal during the event back in September, where there was nothing that had shown that this was going to be happening or leaked. But people kind of thought we might get metallic armors after they finished the main team, and it looks like we are. So this also does retail for $5 above the typical Lightning Collection price. So these are $25 instead of $20, I think just because of the metallic in paint and translucent plastic and stuff like that. So taking a look at the box itself here, we do have, it says Mighty Morphin Metallic Pink Ranger. And if you can see with my light shining there, look at that. So there is this glitter pattern along the whole, everything that's pink. So it's all on the name there. It's all on the side there. It's all on the top there. And it's all over the place on this figure. And I'm hoping it's not flaking too badly. When I got it, there was some like glitter plastic thing or glitter on the back of here, so I don't know if it had been flaking and it stopped or what. Like just kind of rubbing my hand against it, it doesn't seem to flake, but I think it will flake. So I am a little worried about that. But if we take a look at it next to the original Pink Ranger package from Wave 2, I mean, it's basically the same thing, just with, I mean, it's the same artwork from Tom, just with all glittery, and it's even the same render on the back. However, this one does have the like glitter in the plastic, if you can kind of see that on the render in comparison to the original one. And then of course there's a slight difference. The Hasbro logo's down here. It's a bit of a darker pink, slightly different, but the same idea of the box arts here. Of course, this one was Kimberly, this one is Kat, so there is differences. Of course, here's the barcode on the bottom if anyone needs that. It is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, so you won't really be finding it anywhere else, so it's not going to be super helpful for that. But let's go ahead and take a look at the figure and open it up and compare it to the original Pink Ranger from Wave 2. Alright, so here is Kat outside of the box here. So you can see that they're using this translucent plastic with like glittery effects in it to get that metallic armor look. And I think it looks pretty cool in person. As for how accurate it is to the actual metallic armor from the show, I would say that I am not the hugest fan of the translucent aspect to it, but the glitter part of the plastic, which is baked into the actual mold, I think looks really good. And there's kind of a more silvery paint, like to the diamonds and everything, than there usually is, and like the holster is kind of cast in a silver. It's all kind of a darker, like, translucent white kind of thing, but it's like almost silvery. But I think that works. I think that looks good with the metallic. I think it matches that. It's really hard to tell, but I can't tell if she has the crane coin in there or if she has the pterodactyl coin. I don't think it really matters. And technically, it should be the crane, I think, but I can't remember if the actual coins ever looked like the Ninjetti ones in the show, or if not. So, if it is the crane, that's cool. If not, then it's such a minor detail, it doesn't really matter to me. But she does come with a lot of interesting accessories. Basically, she comes with everything that regular original MMPR Pink came with back in Wave 2, but just slightly different. So, like, you get this effect arrow that we've had before. However, this time it is different in comparison. So, like, I'm going to bring in regular Kimberly right here. You can see she has this all pink arrow. This one is, like, all clear, and then it becomes pink at the end. We also had a dark pink arrow that came with, like a really like hot pink arrow that came with Ranger Slayer and Psycho Pink this year. So this is our 4th time dating this arrow, but the 3rd variant of it. So that's pretty neat. And then speaking of arrows, you get the just regular one single arrow. I believe, as far as I can tell, this is the exact same one that came with the original MMPR Pink. So nothing different there, nothing too crazy. She does, of course, have the power... Whoop, almost knocked her over. She does, of course, have the power bow, but it is actually, instead of cast in white, like it was with Armored Red and with regular pink, it's cast in that same kind of pearly white, almost silvery plastic that the white on the figure is cast in. So this is a technically new version of the power bow. It still has all the connectors on the bottom for the rest of the weapons. If you want to make the power blaster with it, you can. She has the blade blaster, and just like regular original MMPR pink, it has the silver incorrect paint on it, unlike the white like it should be. So it's interesting that the two of them had the same Ron blade blaster, but okay. She comes with the same hands that metallic or a regular pink had, but they are of course going to be cast in that same kind of pearly white. So you get a fist, and you get the karate chop hand, and then on her inside the box is the holding hands for the arrow and the bow. So that makes sense. Now, the kind of secret accessory was shown off in the promo shots, but you actually get a Zeo crystal. So this is pretty neat. So it's cast in kind of a rubbery-ish plastic. It's sort of soft, but I think what's really cool, which I didn't really notice before, it actually has the Zeo pink #1 oval shape at the top, like it should. So I would hope that if we get more metallic MMPR Rangers, which hopefully we get the rest. I don't want to just get one. If we're going to start this re-releasing the teams to get the metallic armor here, I want all of them. So hopefully we get all of the Zeo crystals, because that would be really, really neat if they would do that. So I guess everyone would have one except for Billy, but you know. So then looking at the figure itself, this is one of two figures where inside the package they actually have it with the civilian head on first instead of the regular helmet. So the other one was Lord Draken Evolution 3. So we have the cat head here in comparison to the Kimberly head that we get with the original Pink Ranger. So that's another way or another incentive to get you to buy this figure. I think it looks pretty good. I'll put a picture up here of Catherine Sutherland if you want to get a comparison there. But overall, I think they did a pretty good job with Cat's head. I think it's also interesting that they had it like this in the packaging. Of course, you can take it off and you can replace it with the regular Mighty Morphin Pink helmet. But I mean, of course, it's still all glittery and metallic armor. So that's to get the complete look of the metallic MMPR Pink. So, and then of course you just have the Catherine head. And of course you can put that on the regular Pink Ranger as well, which I think we'll go ahead and do here in a minute. But that is metallic pink for the most part. I mean, if you have the regular MMPR Pink, you basically know what you're getting with this one. Articulation is the same as any of the female molds, just like Mighty Morphin Yellow and Mighty Morphin Pink. And then, of course, if we just kind of... you don't like breaking up their poses, but Kimberly was barely holding on to the power weapons as it was anyway, so... What the heck. Alright. Just let me adjust that there. Move this stuff out of the way a little bit. Actually, we'll go ahead and put the blade blaster into Cat's holster so we have a better comparison. But here is the metallic MMPR Pink next to knocking stuff over, next to the original MMPR Pink. So as you can see, same exact figure, but just cast in the whole translucent, glittery, metallic paint. I think it does, for the most part, capture the look of the metallic armor pretty well. It has that darker look to it like it did in the show. And if we get the rest of the Rangers like this, I think the metallic armor set would look pretty neat next to the regular and original MMPR Rangers. But I think, of course, what people are going to want to see is how does the cat head look on the regular MMPR Pink. And I mean, it's going to look pretty much just like it does on metallic, but it's going to be a little bit different. So there we go. That is Cat on the regular, original Wave 2 MMPR Pink, which has become quite a rarer figure to find these days. But I think it looks really good. So this is definitely a skippable figure. I can see why people would maybe not be, you know, super enthusiastic about getting the same figure basically a second time. It is definitely skippable if you don't want to get the cat head. I'm sure eventually we'll get a Zeo Pink or a Turbo Pink and we'll get a cat head a different way. It is possible that the hairstyle on this one could stay exclusive. The only exclusive piece besides the cat head is the Zeo Crystal, which I don't see them re-releasing in any other way because it's just a cool accessory to give it to this anyway. So if you really want a Zeo Crystal, which I think is a minor accessory in the grand scheme of things, but it is pretty neat that you get it. But I would say for the most part, it's relatively skippable unless you are a completionist, you really like the metallic armors, you want that cat head now, or, you know, you really like MMPR because it did show up on the show. The metallic armor is something that is canon and proper and something that does deserve to get figures of. It's just kind of a cheeky way for them to get us to rebuy the Mighty Morphin team after they just completed it. But at least it makes sense. At least it's an actual thing that happened in a worthwhile way to get the figure out a second time. So that's all I really have to say about the Metallic Armor MMPR Pink Ranger. I hope you guys enjoyed this little review of it here. I guess it was sort of a review. It was kind of just taking a look at it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And of course, until next time, you can follow me at 2 different places, at either at Living Ranger Key or at Lightning Fig PR on Twitter. And you can always stay tuned here for more Lightning Collection content all the time and other Tokusatsu content here on Toku Topics. And until next time, Tokusatsu forever.